So we're back out in the streets of Sheffield and I'm joined by AOIFE MCMORROW. AOIFE, how are you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
Yes, I'm not bad, thank you. Yeah, we're going to be recording one of our first ever Agony Uncles in real life. Now, we've already released some of the Agony Uncles episodes on the YouTube channel, and this is going to be the first one where we go out into the streets of Sheffield and try and find their problems and give them advice. Are you any good at advice?
I'm great at advice. Taking my own advice, not so much, but I'll give it.
What's it like as dating as an influencer? You know, obviously, do you get weird people in your DMs? Do you ever get like strange men?
Yeah, I do, but I don't really consider that part of my dating life because I will not respond to them if they're weird. I just think if you're DMing me and I haven't met you in person, I'm just one of those people, and I'm like, nah, I'm all right. Like, what do you want from me? Do you know what I mean?
Fair enough.
Yeah, I literally cry on the internet and you're telling me you find that attractive. That's sus from you.
Sounds like some great advice. Well, we're going to go out and see if we can give better advice to the people of Sheffield. So we have just seen two pigeons trying to mate. I don't really know if we can post that on the internet. We're not going to post them actually mating on the internet.
I think you should post it.
AOIFE, have you got any advice for the pigeons?
Don't do it in public unless you want to get arrested. Not so much for the pigeons, just for the viewers. Hey guys, what are your names?
Darcy. I'm Jess.
I'm AOIFE, nice to meet you. What advice would you give to a 22-year-old uni student that keeps getting cheated on?
Spend some time to self-reflect on yourself. Don't go for, like, just leave it for a minute.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like,
don't. Because
yeah.
if it just keeps happening.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Then men are a waste of space anyway.
Why do you think people cheat?
Immature. Usually younger guys, I'd say go for much older. When they're ready to like settle down, usually guys just want to have their cake and eat it when they want it. So.
Do you think guys cheat more or girls cheat more, like in general, and why?
Actual physical cheating, I'd say guys, but I'd say on the phones and flirtatious vibes,
like
girls.
emotional cheating.
Yeah, emotional cheating.
And I think girls are better at getting away with it too.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Men are dumb.
The fear of like making a guy upset or like do you know what I mean? Causing an issue or rejecting someone makes the girl feel guilty, so she'll flirt back to make the guy feel better about himself.
Yeah.
What's like the most, and you don't have to answer this, what's like the most like outrageous thing someone's like done to you in a relationship?
While they've been in a relationship or while...
Well, they've been in a relationship.
All right, let's get
Signing the table.
A boyfriend.
Pardon?
I've got a boyfriend.
But boyfriend talking stage.
Okay, I've got one. So someone I was seeing asked if he could have a threesome with my flatmate.
A threesome with your flatmate?
Yeah, like me.
Do you mind asking me what you responded?
I told him to leave.
Yeah, no, so fair.
Did you see him again after that?
I didn't know.
I'm not surprised.
Mine would probably be them just going through my phone.
Them going you through your phone, why?
Just to find a certain list.
The list.
Oh,
Yeah.
the list.
The list.
You just made the list!
At that point, I think they're just trying to hurt their own feelings, though.
Yeah, true.
Or do you think they were trying to see if it's been updated since you got together?
Oh.
I would do that. I've not done that. What?
Have you ever had anyone go through your phone for like psycho reasons? For like unfollowing people, blocking people?
Yeah.
I have.
Not had that.
Is that like a red
Who
flag
is he?
though? Liking people's other people's photos? For like a lad. If a lad was liking loads of girls' photos.
It depends. I think the intention behind it is really important, isn't it?
I do think if it is like Instagram models, naked, basically, it's a bit rude to like. And obviously,
I think it's just embarrassing.
Insecure, comparing yourself
Like,
to
you know, people that like have mutual friends with have to, they can see.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's how
with them.
it always comes up when you're scrolling through Instagram. The one name you don't want to see under a liked photo is right there, crystal clear.
I'm taking notes here.
Yeah. Good stuff.
My name's Harrison, and we're joined by a live audience of all Harrison's friends. It's actually Harrison's friend's birthday. Happy birthday, Harrison's friend. There we go, and we're here to give AOIFE here dating advice. Now, what is your best dating advice for AOIFE?
I think just be wary of who you are dating and just make sure that they're not fake and seeing anyone else behind your back.
It's so funny that you say that because I did learn that like last week.
Yeah.
What advice would you give if I was like in a talking stage or interaction with someone and they just end up being like really fake? Like obviously break it off, but like how do you think I should go about it?
I think I think the best advice that I can possibly give is just be really, really careful. Just be
Very vigilant.
Yeah.
But do you not think being too careful can sometimes ruin things?
It can sometimes, but I think that's possibly the best advice I can possibly give. Just be very, very careful and be very, very wary of what they're doing.
Is this specifically like kind of thinking of men?
Yeah.
This way you get roasted.
Men and women.
Is there a reason that you think I should be careful of men?
A lot of men nowadays can be very fake.
Very true.
And, it's...
What would you do if one of your friends was in a situation where they were being fake towards a girl? How would you react?
I'd leave them.
You wouldn't be friends with them?
No.
Why is that?
Because if they can be friends... No. If they can be fake towards a woman, then they can be also fake towards a friend.
That's very true.
That's really good advice. You said you were going to be bad advice off camera. Really good advice. And do you know what? You survived the test because Aoife, on the way up here,
I grill men.
Yeah, she doesn't like men, but we said she was going to bark at a man. She doesn't bark to you, so you've done very well.
Not yet.
Not yet. Brilliant.
Hi, what is your name?
My name's Bill.
Nice to meet you, Bill. I'm Aoife. How old are you?
My name. Oh, hello.
Me. So, what would your best dating advice would you give to a 22-year-old girl that just got cheated on?
Stay the hell away from Tinder.
Tinder? What's wrong with Tinder?
Well, it's dating apps in general, because the thing is you're putting all of your personality down on a card, and you don't really get a chance to connect with someone on the internet. What I found in my time on dating apps, and what really helped me meet this lovely lady here, Joanna, was taking time away from all of that and just trying to work on myself as a person, get to know people in person. And we met on our course. We trauma dumped on each other whilst we were supposed to be doing coursework. So
Key to a healthy relationship?
Oh yes, of course. Yeah.
If I was to resort to dating apps, what would your best advice would you give for me to set up my profile? Like, what do you think makes a dating profile good?
I don't know really, because it's one of those things where too much detail makes people swipe left right away, doesn't it? But I don't know, something funny and quirky that gives away your personality but doesn't give away too much at the same time. So I'd say keep it, I mean, we're quite creative writing students, so that kind of helps with that too. But yeah, I'd say brevity and humour is probably the best.
What was like the worst thing you've seen like on a dating app and thought, there is no way I'm matching this person?
That's a tough one.
You can think about it.
I'd say when people have a list of things that someone needs to be, that was always like a, wow, like beggars can't be choosers type thing. But I feel like if you're like, okay, this person needs to be 6'5", they need to drive a car and stuff like that, when it's like very little things that could...
Very niche requests.
Exactly, yeah, like when it's physical requirements as well, I just like to think to myself, would you want to see the opposite sex post this? And if not, why have you gone with that, if you know what I mean? I don't know. A lot of the people I've dated, I wouldn't have thought myself dating. Unlike this one, I had a crush on her for about a year before I met her. So, and...
How did you get out of that? How did you get out of the friend zone?
Well, it wasn't even a friend zone thing, because we met.
Did you know who you were?
And there was all the pandemic and stuff, and everyone had things going on. So I'd say there was that element to it. So I'd say really the way about it was just connecting, really, wasn't it? And like, it was the wrong time, yeah. And sometimes that's a major play in it. Like, I've got friends who I've met on Tinder and things like that, which has been quite cool. But I'd say the relationships I've had out of it, out dating apps and stuff like that, they've never been quite that successful.
So what advice would you give me if I said right now I'm going on a date tomorrow with someone from a dating app? What would your main advice be? Obviously apart from like the safety stuff.
I'd say have the right amount of defence up, but go open-minded, try and have a laugh, because that's what these things are all about at the end of the day, isn't it? And even if you don't end up dating the person, who knows, you might be friends or something like that, and that's always a win too.
So we got to outro the video while we were out asking people for advice for Aoife. But if you were watching, thank you. Please like, subscribe. Oh, we've got ice lace because the weather's lovely. Aoife hasn't got an ice lace.
I have quavers.
She bought quavers instead. But please like, subscribe. All links are in the description. And Josh is just handing her.
Get away.
Goodbye.